We will call to order the meeting for the Statesboro City Council. We have an invocation and pledge of allegiance by Councilman Jeff Young.
Let's pray. Father, we just thank you for the start of a new year. It's a new fiscal year for our city. Father, just pray that this year will be a successful one in which we make good decisions and that our city grows and prospers. Lord, I pray for Mr. Penny and his family as they continue to transition into the new role in the new community. Let us welcome him and give him a sense of being and just continue to guide and direct all of us as we make decisions, not only tonight, but throughout this new fiscal year. And I just pray all this in the name of Jesus. Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
We'll move down to agenda item number 3, which is recognitions and public presentations. Ms. Starling, do we have any? Okay, thank you. All right, we'll go down to agenda item 4, public comments. Oh, excuse me, I'm sorry, anything there? Okay. All right, and then we'll go down to agenda item 5, which is consideration of a motion to approve the consent agenda, approval of minutes for the June 18th City Council minutes, and the June 26th call City Council minutes. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, let's show that agenda item 5 has passed, and we'll move down to agenda item 6, which is a public hearing and consideration of a motion to approve application for an alcohol license, section 6-5, for ML Associates Incorporated, doing business as Discount Beverage, Law Valley, 1285 Northside Drive East, Statesboro, Georgia, 3045A. Is there a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved. Second.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right, we'll go through each department. Planning, is there any concerns?
No issues.
Fire,
No issues.
all right. Police,
No issues, sir.
all right. City Attorney,
No issues, Mayor.
all right. Is there anyone here to speak for the request? All right, is there anyone here to speak against the request? All right, seeing that there is none, is there a motion to close the hearing?
So moved. Second.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right, is there any discussion by council? All right, seeing that there is no discussion, all right, is there a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, let's show that agenda item 6 is passed. We'll move down to agenda item 7, which is a public hearing and consideration of a motion to approve application RZ 19-0601, West District Development LLC requests a zoning map amendment for a proposed combination of parcels address 40 West Cherry Street and West Cherry Street from the Light Industrial Zoning District to the Central Business District Zoning District to allow for the construction of a mixed-use development. Is there a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, Owen, will you give us an overview of this?
Yes, sir. Mayor, Council, thank you. Our first item from Planning and Development is a zoning map amendment request. It's 40 West Cherry Street and West Cherry Street are the addresses. The zoning map amendment from LI, Light Industrial, to CBD, Central Business District. The applicant is West District Development, LLC. The owner is West District Development, LLC. And the parcel is approximately 2.72 acres combined between the two existing parcels. The applicant is requesting a zoning map amendment for the proposed combination and subsequent subdivision of two parcels. It's a 2.44 acre parcel located at 40 West Cherry Street. A portion, 1.55 acres of which is to be rezoned from light industrial to the Central Business District zoning district, and a 0.57 acre parcel address West Cherry Street. That was the recently abandoned West Cherry Street right-of-way, a portion of which, 0.28 acres, is to be rezoned from light industrial to Central Business District. The applicant is proposing the construction of mixed-use retail and office buildings containing residential lofts and upper floors, and the renovation of an existing warehouse to accommodate future commercial and/or industrial uses. A little bit of background on this application. This applicant recently received site plan approval for revisions to a previously approved site plan for West District Phase 1 under RZ 190404 and CBD 190405. And that was specifically for 87 South College Street. It approved the site and architectural plans for that building, which is now under construction. you will turn your attention to the monitors, we've got some pictures for this zoning map amendment request. Here's the location of the property right adjacent to the U.S. Post Office. This is West District Phase 2, adjacent to West District Phase 1, and it will eventually be combined into one development through one site plan. Some views of the surrounding properties. Here's the subject site and the recently abandoned West Cherry Street right away, looking west and south from South College Street. Here's West District Phase 1 and the top picture. Bottom picture is the adjacent parcel that's occupied by the U.S. Post Office, and some more surrounding property photos here. Of Arts Community Mission is located right adjacent to this development as well, and a view of surrounding properties looking north along South College Street. Here's a couple more pictures of West District Phase 1, and then the rear side of the development site, picture 7. Zoning exhibit here is submitted by the applicant. As you can see, the proposed zoning of Central Business District that really pertains just to that top two portions, the top two parcels right there. It's currently zoned light industrial, so the applicant will be keeping a portion of that parcel light industrial, just like they did in the Whitfield Signs Building in West District Phase 1. And also, this is the proposed subdivision plat and site plan submitted for the entire West District development. It kind of combines, or it does combine Phase 1 and Phase 2 together, so you can see how they both interact with each other. Staff has reviewed this application and has suggested approval of the zoning map amendment requested by application RZ 190601 with conditions. And additionally, at the regularly scheduled meeting held on July 2nd, 2019 at 5 p.m., the Planning Commission voted 4-0 to recommend the approval of this zoning map amendment request with the following staff conditions. 1, staff approval of the West District Development Subdivision Plat dated June 13th, 2019, and zoning exhibit dated June 14th, 2019. Approval of this zoning map amendment does not grant site and/or building plan approval as submitted. Projects will be required to meet all city ordinances and applicable building codes. 3, subdivision design and development of the property shall be in conformance specifically with the requirements of the Statesboro subdivision regulations and all other developmental standards of the city of Statesboro. And I believe the applicant is here to meet all applications or requests.
Thank you, Owens. Is there anyone here to speak for the request?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, good evening, Council, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Bean, welcome to Statesboro. For the record, my name is Brian Kent, representing West District Development. And as Owen stated, this is really, this agenda item and the subsequent agenda items are really a continuation of what we have previously done on Phase 1, where we are rezoning to a CBD development while leaving a portion, as we did with the Whitfield Signs Building, LI, which is the warehouse, existing warehouse building. And since we recently acquired that West Cherry Street corridor between that block of College and MLK, we have wished to continue that Phase 1 across that old West Cherry Street into Phase 2 and incorporate it all into this one development. So, a couple of updates on West District Phase 1. Most of the site work has been complete. We are waiting to complete the remainder of that site work pending this process, knowing there will probably some changes coming to the layout. We have, of course, finished the Whitfield Science Building. We're in the process of constructing the Ranco headquarters for DTM Enterprises that has some lofts above, and currently have 3 contracts on parcels within West District. So we're excited about the interest in that activity and hope to continue. I'd be glad to answer any questions about this agenda item or any of the future forthcoming agenda items.
Thank you. Is there anyone here to speak against? Seeing that it is not, is there a motion to close the hearing? Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Any discussion by council? All right, seeing that there's no discussion by council, is there a motion to vote for approval?
Second.
All those,
With conditions.
With conditions.
So,
First staff.
Move that we accept with conditions
Second.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right. All right. We will, for agenda items 8 through 13, we will open them into one common public hearing, and we will vote on them independently. Okay? 14.
I'll just inquire.
No, 14.
Yeah, through 14. Yeah, so 8 through 14, we'll open it up into one common hearing.
8 through 13.
8 through 13. Okay, that's better. 8 through 13 in the beginning. Don't come switch sides. So 8 through 13. And that is a public hearing in consideration of a motion to approve application 519-0602. West District Development LLC request of variance from Article 12, Section 13A to reduce the required front yard setback in order to create a zero lot line parcel for the redevelopment of an existing warehouse building on 0.892 acres, a portion of a larger 2.44 acre tract located at 40 West Cherry Street. Agenda item 9 reads as public hearing in consideration of a motion to approve application B 190603, West District Development LLC request of variance from Article 12, Section 1213B to reduce the required left side yard setback in order to create a zero line parcel for the redevelopment of the existing warehouse building on 0.892 acres, a portion of a larger 2.44 acre tract located at 40 West Cherry Street. Line item 10 reads public hearing and consideration of a motion to approve application 519-0604, West District Development LLC request variance from Article 12, Section 1213B to require right side yard setback in order to create a zero line parcel for the redevelopment of existing warehouse building, 0.892 acres, a portion of a larger 2.44 acre tract lot located at 40 West Cherry Street. Agenda item 11 reads public hearing and consideration of a motion to approve application 519-0605 West District Development LLC request of variance for Article 12, Section 1213C to reduce the required rear yard setback in order to create a zero line parcel for the redevelopment of existing warehouse building, 0.892 acres, a portion of a larger 2.44 acre tract on 40 West Cherry Street. 12 reads public hearing and consideration of a motion to approve application 519-0606 West District Development LLC requesting variance from Article 30, Section 3010 regarding the requirement to provide sidewalks along the public right-of-way in the downtown district for 2.44 acres of property located at 40 West Cherry Street. And then, last but not least, public hearing and consideration of a motion to approve application 519-0607 West District Development Associates request of variance from Article 12, Section 1216 to increase the minimum floor area ratio percentage in order to create a zero lot line parcel for the redevelopment of an existing warehouse building on 0.8292 acres, a portion of a larger 2.44 acre tract located at 40 West Cherry Street. Is there a motion to open the public hearing for items 8 through 13?
So,
Is there a second?
second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, Owen, if you will, give us the overview.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mayor. Variances 190602 through variance 190607. They're all located at 40 West Cherry Street. This is West District Phase 2. And so the request is a variance from Article 12, Section 1213A regarding the front yard setback requirement. A variance from Article 12, Section 1213B regarding the left side yard setback requirement. A variance from the Article 12, Section 1213B regarding the right side yard setback requirement. A variance from Article 12, Section 1213C regarding the rear yard setback requirement. And a variance from Article XXX, Section 3010 regarding the sidewalk requirement in the downtown district. And lastly, a variance from Article 12, Section 1216 regarding the floor area ratio requirement. The applicant is West District Development LLC. The owner is West District Development LLC, and it is located, the variances in question are all located on 0.892 acres, a land is a portion of a larger 2.44 acre tract. This is in Council District Number 2. The proposal and background on this request: the applicant is in the process of creating a mixed-use development with offices, retail, residential lofts, and redeveloping the existing warehouse into a mixed-use retail and light industrial complex. The applicant aims to create a zero lot line parcel for the existing warehouse and therefore requests the following 6 variances, which we just went through. On my screen, you'll see parcel number 10 right now, and that is all specific to all the variances are specific to this parcel. As the applicant wishes to keep it zoned light industrial, they have to get variances from all the lot area regulations in order to change the lot line parcel for a light industrial zone parcel as they have proposed here. So you'll notice that there is not a front yard, rear yard, side yard setback on these, and sidewalk requirement along Bullock Street, or excuse me, Martin Luther King Jr. Drive. And in addition to that, there's a maximum floor area ratio percentage for light industrial zone properties. You can't occupy more than 40% of the parcel. In this case, the applicant would be occupying 100% of the parcel. So if you turn your screen again, it's the same location that we just went through RZ 190601 on, but more specifically to address the existing warehouse and the applicant's request for it. Some surrounding property photos, again very similar to the request that we just viewed. West District Phase 1, post office at the bottom, open hearts, view of surrounding properties, looking north along South College Street. Picture number 7, I did want to specifically point out this variance from the sidewalk. They simply do not have any room right there to place a sidewalk, hence the hardship and the need for the variance requested this evening from the applicant. Some more surrounding property pictures. And again, the subdivision plat, which I just had on the screen with the variances outlined in parcel number 10. And that is it for me. Staff has reviewed these requests and recommended approval of variance 190602, variance 190603, variance 190604, variance 190605, variance 190606, and variance 190607 with conditions. At the regularly scheduled meeting held on July 2nd, 2019 at 5 p.m., the Planning Commission voted 4-0 to recommend the approval of all the variants, all the variances just mentioned with the following staff conditions. Number 1, staff approval of the West District Development Subdivision Plat dated June 13, 2019. And number 2, approval of these variances does not grant site and/or building plan approval as submitted. Projects will be required to meet all city ordinances and applicable building codes.
All right, thank you, Owen. Is there anyone here to speak for? All right, is there anyone here to speak against? Seeing that there's no one here to speak against, is there a motion to close the hearing?
So moved.
All right. All right. Is there any council discussion for line item 8? Uh-oh. We got a second? Second. All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right, is there any council discussion for line item 8? Is there any council discussion on line item 9? Is there any council discussion on line item 10? Any council discussion on line item 11? Any council discussion on line item 12? Any council discussion on line item 13? Seeing that there is no discussion on line items 8 through 13, we will now ask for a council for a motion to vote. Is there a motion to approve line item 8?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Let it show that line item 8 has passed. Is there a motion to approve line item 9?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second, with condition.
Yeah.
Thank you.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Is there a motion to approve line item 10?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
With condition.
With condition, I'm sorry.
Yeah. All right, and so, just for point of reference, let it be known that all our motions are with conditions. Okay. And there was a second for 10? Okay, all those in favor for 10?
Aye.
All right, we move down to agenda item 11. Is there a motion to approve agenda item 11 with conditions? Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, we move down to agenda item 12. Is there a motion to approve with conditions?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor? All
Aye.
right, we move down to agenda item 13. Is there a motion to approve with conditions?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right. We move to agenda item 14, which is a public hearing, consideration of a motion to approve application CBD 19-0608, West District Development LLC, request approval of the proposed site plan submitted by a proposed combination of parcels totaling 5.52 acres of property located at South College Street, 40 West Cherry Street, and West Cherry Street, which is located in the Central Business District. Per Article 8, Section 803, development in the CBD zoning district requires recommendation of the City Council to affirm that the plans will keep in mind the integrity and harmony of the Central Business District. Is there a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved.
Is there a second? All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, Owen, if you would.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mayor. This request is a CBD 190608. It's a Central Business District Plan Review. This is for West District Phase 1 and 2 combined, located at off South College Street. The request CBD site plan approval for West District Phase 2 and to alter a previously approved site plan for the requirements of Article 8, the Central Business District zoning regulations, Section 803 requirements. The applicant is West District Development LLC. The owner is also West District Development LLC. The total number of acres under the Central Business District zoning for this site plan is 5.45 acres combined between 3 different parcels currently. This is in Council District number 2, Mr. Jones District. The proposal, the applicant is requesting CBD approval of the proposed site plan submitted for a proposed combination of parcels totaling 5.45 acres of property located at South College Street, West Cherry Street, and 40 West Cherry Street, which is located in the Central Business District. For Article 8, Section 803, development in the CBD zoning district requires a recommendation from City Council to affirm that the plans will keep in mind the integrity and harmony of the Central Business District. The Whitfield Signs Building and the existing warehouse located at 40 West Cherry Street will remain zoned LI Light Industrial. A little bit of background on this request. The applicant is in the process of creating a mixed-use development with offices, retail, commercial space, light industrial uses, and residential lofts. Therefore, the applicant requests CBD approval of the proposed site plan in order to revise the previously approved site plan dated May 18, 2018, then revised April 10, 2019 for this combination of parcels, which is considered the West District development. So now if you can turn your attention to the monitors here, just a brief presentation on this request as well. Again, it's the same location that we were looking at for the prior request that we just reviewed this evening. Some surrounding property photos, very similar to the ones that we've already seen here. This is the existing warehouse parcel where Phase 2 will be beginning development. Some other views of West District Phase 1 here in this slide. Surrounding property uses on this slide as well. Again, some more surrounding property uses and a view of the proposed development site and the location of the site plan requesting approval under CBD 190608. And here is the proposed site plan. The changes are outlined in yellow from the previously approved site plan, which I have a slide so we can see the difference. Just a brief overview. The applicant has decreased the size of parcel number 5 by approximately 2,004 square feet from the previously approved site plan. The second one to note here is an increase in the size of parcel 2 by approximately 21 square feet from the previously approved site plan. And also, last, the Central Business District portions of the West District Development Phase 2 have now been incorporated into the overall site plan, thus enlarging the total number of acres of the subject site plan. Here's the previously approved site plan under RZ 1904-04. As you can see, this is just West District Phase 1. I'm going to go backwards just so you can see how phase 2 is now being incorporated. It's a larger site now. It's a total of 8 acres, 5 of which I just discussed is zoned central business district. The other remaining acreage is being kept as light industrial. So this is previously approved site plan that went before council not too long ago. And some more history on the zoning map amendment request, as the West District has submitted site plans for council approval. This is one submitted last year and when they first got going. Staff has reviewed this request and suggests approval of the Central Business District plan approval with conditions. At the regularly scheduled meeting held on July 2nd, 2019 at 5 p.m., the Planning Commission voted 4-0 to recommend the approval of CBD 190608 with the following conditions. Staff approval of the CBD site plan and subdivision plat dated June 13th, 2019. And number 2, CBD plan approval does not grant site and/or building plan approval as submitted. Projects will be required to meet all city ordinances and applicable building codes. Our Central Business District ordinance requires us to go through the site plan approval process if any changes are done from prior approved site plans, and that's why the applicant is here today for this item.
All right, thank you, Owen. Is there anyone here to speak for the request? All right, is there anyone here to speak against? Seeing that there is none, is there a motion to close the hearing? Right here. All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right, are there any discussion by council? Seeing that there's no discussion by council, is there a motion to approve with conditions? All right,
Second.
all right, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right, we move down to agenda item 15. Public hearing consideration of a motion to approve application RZ 19-06-09. Continental Road LLC requests a zoning map amendment of 4.74 acres. A portion of a larger 33.35 acre tract located at 7130 Veterans Memorial Parkway from the CR Commercial Retail Zoning District to the HOC zoning district to allow for construction of a car dealership. Is there a motion to open the public hearing?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Over.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Mayor. This request, RZ 190609, a zoning map amendment request located at 7130 Veterans Memorial Parkway. This is a request for a zoning map amendment from CR Commercial Retail to the HOC Highway Oriented Commercial District. The applicant is Continental Road LLC and the owner is Continental Road LLC. They are requesting 4.74 acres of a larger 33.35 acre tract to be rezoned from CR to HOC. This is projected to be in Council District number 2, Mr. Jones District. Proposal: the applicant requests a zoning map amendment from the CR Commercial Retail Zoning District to the HOC Highway Oriented Commercial Zoning District in order to allow for the construction of an automotive dealership, which is not an allowed use in the existing zoning designation. A little bit of background: you will probably remember this one came through recently. The parcel is currently undeveloped land. In April 2019, the city received an annexation and zoning map amendment application. That was application AN 190402 and RZ 190403 to annex and rezone 33.35 acres, 20 acres of which was proposed to be rezoned CR commercial retail, 10 acres to be zoned R4 high density residential, and the remaining 2.7 acres proposed to be public right-of-way area. In May 2019, the city approved the annexation zoning map amendment request under ordinance 2019-07. And if you turn your attention to the monitors, we've got some new pictures for you. Here's the location of the request, right off Veterans Memorial Parkway. Some pictures of the subject site and surrounding property. Well, this is just subject site for now. And some pictures of the surrounding property looking across Veterans Memorial Parkway from the subject site, and then a little bit further down to where there has been some development activity. And their next door neighbor, J.C. Lewis. The applicant's proposed zoning exhibit. As you can see, they're taking a portion right out of the middle of their previously approved zoning and changing it from CR to HOC to allow for the construction of automotive dealership. This is the previously approved exhibit under AN 190402 and RZ 190403. So I'm going to leave the requested one on the screen for now. Staff has reviewed and recommends approval of this zoning map amendment requested by application RZ 190609 with conditions at the regularly scheduled meeting held on July 2nd, 2019 at 5 p.m. The Planning Commission voted 4-0 to recommend the approval of RZ 190609 with the following staff conditions. Staff approval based on zoning exhibit dated June 6, 2019. Number 2, lighting facilities shall be arranged in a manner which will protect the highway and neighboring properties from unreasonable direct glare or hazardous interference of any kind. C, all signage shall adhere to sign district number 3 and the restrictive covenants of the mixed-use subdivision. And last condition, approval of this zoning map amendment does not grant site and or building plan approval as submitted. Project will be required to meet all city ordinances and applicable building codes. And I believe that someone is here to represent that.
Thank you. Is there anyone here to speak for?
Mr. Mayor, Council, for the record, my name is Joey Maxwell, Maxwell Reddick Associates. I'm here tonight just to simply answer any questions that you may have on this request. Glad to have nothing to add.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right, is there anyone here to speak against? All right. Seeing that there's none, is there a motion to close the hearing?
So moved. Second.
Is there?
Second.
Second. All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right. Is there any council discussion? Okay, seeing that there's no discussion, is there a motion to approve with conditions?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, we'll move on to agenda item 16. Consideration of a motion to approve the revision of the intergovernmental agreement with Bullock County regarding the city of Statesboro tax allocation district number 1, downtown tag. Kane, if you will.
Sure. Mayor and Council, this is an amended IGA between the city and the county regarding the downtown TAD district. There were certain deficiencies found in the original IGA regarding this TAD that was entered on October 25th, 2017. In section 121-128, the basis for the TAD, or the tax allocation increment base, was off by $100,000 from that. It was finally certified by the state revenue commissioner, so that's been adjusted downward. What that actually means in essence is that the increment on the TAD is going to be higher than it would have been previously. There's also a minor change that the date of the effective date on the agreement is finalized in this agreement, and it would be that October 25th, 2017 date. And also 342, there is a new schedule in there so that that allows the county to send the increment over into our special fund in a more timely manner. So what they do here is that the payment schedule would just be that it would be on January 31st, is that 60 days after receipt. And also that, the language regarding the excess payments has been removed because that is no longer relevant in even the originally submitted IGA. Furthermore, under this agreement, under 312, the way that the TAD works is that the county collects the full increment on it, and then under the state redevelopment powers law, there's a very convoluted section about if there's a different millage that is applied between the county and the city, which is the case here. So we would do payment of taxes, whereas so effectively the county would be matching city funds, but it's a very cumbersome process. So the same process was applied to the administrative fee, which is not required under state redevelopment powers law. And what this would do would just be allow the county to retain their 1% administrative fee instead of submitting it to the city and then having our finance department have to turn around and then send that to the county. It just streamlines it. I work closely with County Attorney Jeff Akins on this, and there is no substantive effect on the city or on the tab itself based on these revisions. It's just cleaning up the document a little bit, and none of the actual substantive terms of it are affected in any way.
Thank you, Ken. Are there any questions by council? All right, seeing that there's no questions by council, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right, let's show that agenda item 16 is now complete. We move down to agenda item 17, which is consideration of a motion to approve task order 3 with Golden Mills Kaywood, formerly Ecological Planning Group, in the amount of $93,100 to assist the city of Statesboro with stormwater master plan implementations number 2 studies. Jason.
Thank you, Mayor. In 2016, City Council approved a award of a contract to Ecological Planning Group, now Goodwin Mills, Kaywood, to perform stormwater master planning for the city of Statesboro. In 2017, the consultant was awarded a contract to perform hydrologic and hydraulics modeling in Basin 7, Martin Luther King Jr. Drive West to Mill Street Extension. This information is stated within use to apply for a community development block grant earlier this fiscal year, earlier this calendar year, rather. The item before you tonight is to perform hydrologic and hydraulic modeling studies under this contract for basin number 2. This is the Lake Sal area. Data from this study will then help guide staff in addressing ongoing flooding and drainage deficiencies in this area.
Thank you, Jason. Is there any questions or discussion by council? Council Board, is that your district? You good?
No, I know it, I'm looking forward to it. We've been, you know, though, I will say this, maybe the stormwater team, we haven't seen water coming over Center Hour nearly as much as road as much as we have in the past. I don't know that we've just getting lucky, or you guys are cleaning out the right ditches, but I'm glad you're working on that area. I know it's a touchy one up there.
Yeah, it's touchy. Yeah, and just as a point of clarification, Statesboro, when that area floods, that's where I live, so I'm getting flooded too, so I understand the pain. But thank you, Jason, on that.
Yeah, thank you.
Seeing that there's no further discussion on that, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
All right, is there, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you. We'll move down to agenda item 18, which is consideration of the motion to enter into an intergovernmental agreement with the Bullock County for fire protection services in the Statesboro Fire Tax District, also known as the Statesboro 5 Mile Fire District. Chief Graham.
Good evening, Mayor, Council. What we have before you for consideration is a extension of the intergovernmental agreement for the Statesboro Fire Tax District, which is also known as the Fire District, the 5 Mile Fire District. It's come to known by several different names. Basically, we have been working with the county for the past couple of years trying to work terms for a long-term agreement. And while we've made progress, we have not been able to get to that point where everybody feels comfortable and still working out some of the specifics of that long-term agreement. So what we are recommending is to extend the agreement that we were currently under. Now, officially, that agreement lapsed June 30, but we have continued to provide service to the districts for the good of the folks while we were working to get this in front of you guys. The county did have this on their July 2nd meeting and approved it 5-0. Again, City Attorney Kenny Smith and Jeff Akins both worked together and are aware of all the details in the contracts, and we ask for the approval and any questions about that.
Chief, could you tell me what the issues are to getting a long-term agreement? Because 5 years ago, the county said, we're going to do a long-term agreement next time.
Right.
Here we are doing a one-year agreement.
So, with the meetings that we've had, I think the biggest advancement that we've made is that we've agreed in principle on some things that we have not always seen eye to eye on, such as what the millage rate would be in the fire district, the county's contribution of that millage rate compared to what the city puts in. We've also had some different thoughts as to long-term planning and all those things. So we're looking at the different funding mechanisms and taking those and working with the staff to bring back something that is equitable. Because again, what we have worked for is equitable service, and then by delivering that equitable service, we want to work toward equitable funding mechanism. The other piece that really kind of threw a huge kink in this was the ISO process. So if you remember, we were evaluated initially in 2017, and a large portion of the county fire district lost their level of classification because those private water systems lost accreditation with ISO, which created a lot of frustrations and concerns, and rightfully so. But since that time, we've gotten those reaccredited, and we have been reevaluated and now have a ISO flat classification, which means regardless of their proximity to water, everybody in that fire district that's been within 5 miles of one of our fire stations or within 5 miles of an automatic aid responding Bullitt County fire station receives that Class 2 classification. So that, I think, was really the biggest holdup for them is that we understand the principle that you're saying is that, hey, you're getting equal service, you're delivering, you want equal funding, but in their eyes, they were not receiving equal benefits of that service, i.e. the ISO classification. Not everybody in the fire district was receiving that.
Yeah, but that was due to their water system, not due to anything the city has control over, correct?
Correct.
But I guess my concern is that, just with the service delivery agreement, the county said they wouldn't negotiate with us. Roy said he'd resign rather than sign an extension, and here they are asking us for an extension on this 5-year agreement. And they've started their own county fire department. So what's to stop them from a year from now just saying, we don't need to sign this agreement. We've made significant investments in our fire department over the last 5 years, and to have that funding suddenly yanked out from under us without some kind of a long-term agreement for these fire trucks and fire stations and the training. What do you see? I see a real concern with extending it for a year and then having them pull the rug out from us a year from now.
Let me say this, a couple of things to address some of those. First, the year extension had been discussed prior to long before the service delivery, concerns were raised between the city and county. The other thing that I think is very important to note is the importance and how significant that ISO classification is. So, again, while I could not stand up here and guarantee you that wouldn't happen, because obviously anything's possible, what I would say is it's unlikely for a couple of reasons. Number one, if the county wanted to start up a fire department and take that district, they have to, they're going to have to make enormous investments in fire stations, fire trucks, and things. The other thing is that they would lose that Class 2, and I just don't see that being a realistic option for them when we are willing to work with them on getting to the agreeable terms for a long-term contract. Again, I understand, and I feel you, because I've been right there with you. We've done these 1- and 2-year contracts, but all I can offer you, Councilman Boyum, is that, overall, over my tenure as the fire chief, these last set of meetings have truly felt like they've been productive and we have made some headway, whereas that's not always been the case in the past.
Yeah, and I got one thing, and then I'll get turned over to you, because from a historical, to put this in a historical context, 5 to 6 years ago, there was talk of starting a fire department in the county and breaking the agreement. there was talk 10 years ago of the county. So I mean, it's been brought up before, and so here when there's a 1-year extension, when things have been a little dicey, it just made me pause because, you know, as you said in the agenda here, 25% of our funding become, and a lot of what we do is out of the fire district, and so to lose that just suddenly would be very devastating.
I think that, you know, just my knowledge as a resident of the county, and then just knowing through conversations with my counterparts over at the county, they have plenty to chew on with getting the county fire, because they have goals for the unincorporated, and they know that, I think we addressed the biggest question mark that they had, that we took away their last quote-unquote concern to stand on, which was not everybody, if everybody's taking this 1.8, everybody should be getting that class 2.
Right.
And now that we've achieved that, I think that it's kind of mute, and they're like, okay, well, yeah, we need to make this happen. So, you know, in the meetings that I've been, I think if we would have had a contract, they would have signed it in that meeting. So it's now kind of on us, because I want to make sure that we have certain things such as, you know, equitable ordinance package that we can put in. We want to look at the funding long term, because again, we don't want to set a millage rate and keep that millage rate for 25 years if that's the term of the contract. You know, because again, we all know that may change, so we need to figure out how is that gonna work. So.
My only point was exactly what you just stated, and I can't appreciate necessarily the history that you described, because I wasn't here for those initial meetings, but I would say in agreement with Tim that in the recent meetings, it's not really them asking for an extension. It's more all of us agreeing to understand and establish those equities that you speak of. Is that fair?
I think that's absolutely
So that we
accurate.
all are on the same page.
I believe that if we were to say, hey, we're good with this contract right here, let's sign for 25 years, I think they would do it right now.
Okay. I mean, that would be great, again, because we're making significant long-term investments, but we have short-term funding promises.
Absolutely.
And that is a very dangerous place to be.
Yep.
You can buy a truck that takes 20 years to pay off, and you know you only got a job for a year. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Their hustle to figure out how to pay for it the next 19 years. So, okay, I appreciate it, and I hope you guys don't understand. I'm not trying to be controversial. Just, hey, you know,
Absolutely. No, I mean, I think those are absolutely legitimate concerns and questions, and you know, again, while I can't guarantee anything, all I can give you is my impressions, my perceptions, and basically the progress that has been made compared to historic events.
And would you say, Chief, that public awareness on the whole
Public
ISO
awareness
process
is
has placed
absolutely
a higher understanding and higher appreciation for us working something out?
I guarantee you, everybody in that county fire district knows what ISO is, and they know the difference between Class 10 and Class 2.
Okay. Thanks, Chief.
Sure.
Appreciate you answering this question.
Thank you, Chief.
Thank you.
Is there consideration of a motion to?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
We'll move down to agenda item 19, which is consideration of a motion to approve resolution 2019-25, a resolution authorizing the closing of a bank account for the 2007 special purpose local option sales tax fund. C, are we closing the bank account?
Yes, sir, we are, if you approve it.
Okay.
Good evening, Mayor and Council, Cindy West, Finance Director. We have expended all of our 2007 SPOS funds, and we are requesting that we can close that.
Thank you. All right, is there any discussion by council?
What did you spend the last dollar on?
Cemetery.
Well, that's good.
Any further discussion by council? All right, seeing that there's no further discussion by council, is there a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, Cindy. All right, considering a motion to approve resolution 2019-26, a resolution amending the job position, classification, and compensation plan. Mr. Finch.
Mayor and members of the council, what this item is about
in November 2017, the council approved a separate pay plan for the police department. And I think you took an action in June of 2018. In 2018, you also did a pay plan for the entire city. The recommendation from Dr. Condry and Associates is it pulled the police department into the pay plan. When that occurred, there was an adverse impact on the pay plan for the police department. So this evening, what we're simply recommending to you is that the council reaffirm the pay plan that was adopted in June of 2018 for the Statesboro Police Department, so that we don't have an adverse impact on the salaries, starting salaries for police officers. The difference also is the spread with the police pay plan is a little bit broader than the pay plan that other employees are on. However, since I have some general government employees in the audience, I also want to understand it's not going to reduce anybody else's salary. The pay plan is really just to ensure that we are paying competitive salaries for all of our employees when we are recruiting against peer cities. And so we do recommend to you that the City Council approve the separate pay plan for the police department, just a reaffirmation. And also we had a position that was in the gas department that was misnumbered. It should have been, it was a natural gas technician. It should have been pay grade 13 and it was set at a pay grade 14. And so we recommend that we make that adjustment as well. So this motion would approve the pay plan for the police department and would also make a correction for the natural gas technician.
Thank you. All right, is there any discussion by council? Senate, there's no discussion by council. Is there a motion to approve?
So, second.
All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
All right, we move down to agenda item 21, other business from city council. Councilman, is there any business that we want to deliberate?
I have one quick question. Ken,
Okay.
Ken, could you update me on the light tax ordinance?
Yes,
Or the draft of the light tax ordinance?
yes. Well, when that had been presented for, I have drafted I do have an initial draft of it. I would be glad to present that. I believe when it was first brought up, I was asked to recall presenting that draft at council just till we, I don't know if it was till we wait till we had.
I think it was budget season.
Budget, city manager, all those things. So if y'all would like, I can certainly get drafts of that circulated to the elected officials, and y'all could decide whether y'all want to put it on one of August agenda.
All right, Councilman, if it's, if it suits you guys, can we put a hold on that until we find out whether or not we are accepting to the GET program or not? Because that black tax tool is actually a part of the toolbox that's going to be associated with that program. We will know whether or not we're a finalist at the end of next month, so it's kind of along that same timeline.
All right,
we'll know if we're
can we
in
put the
October.
draft on maybe the last meeting in August, just so we can take together, because it's got to go 2 sessions anyway.
Yeah, exactly. But my point is I don't want to pass a black tax without using that tool. If we're able to get in, that's a great tool to use to kind of shape what that needs to look like for our community.
And I believe we also have another pending one I want to discuss at some point about abandoned mobile homes. It'd probably be a good idea if we just put all 3 of these together as a sort of comprehensive methodology to combat blindness.
Yeah, and what the thought process is, this is what I'm thinking, and you guys think different. Well, my thought process is that we got a whole team with the GET Community Housing Initiative, and this is what they do. And if we're able to use them in this process, I would like to take that brain trust to let them come in and kind of take a look and help us put those tools into our toolkit. But if you guys want to move forward on it, we can always make adjustments afterwards. But I typically, you know, if we're gonna implement it, I like to implement it in a way that, you know, we have some guidance on it from some people that this is what they do.
I suppose we can wait, like I said, I don't know if whoever came forward, but I mean, if we want to wait till the first ones to come around. I'm willing to wait to see what the reaction is. No, we'll know by the end of the month, for sure.
No, in August, we'll find out whether or not we're finalists.
Oh, okay.
And then they will come and visit the community. And then after that, we'll find out whether or not we're one of those 5 communities to get in. Currently, right now, there's been 14 communities to turn in their letter of intent. And, you know, like we said from the beginning, it's going to be a competitive process. But I believe in what our team is doing here. So I'm optimistic, but, you know, cautiously optimistic. Okay. With that being said, we'll go to agenda item.
Mr. Mayor.
Go ahead.
Thank you. I wanted to point out to everyone that Saturday, July the 27th, is a very interesting day in the city for all citizens. That morning, at Mill Creek Park is the anti-bullying rally, and I understand that it might be a celebrity at the dunking booth.
Yeah, that celebrity is back in town.
Okay?
Yeah.
I understand there might be a chance to get even with the mayor if you have any issues.
That's right.
But I want to invite everyone in the public. It's a big day where we support our youth with an anti-bullying rally. There's lots of sponsors to provide them the kind of things that they will be interested in, prizes and gifts and so forth. And I'm pleased to announce that representatives from the office of Congressman Rick Allen and Georgia First Lady Mrs. Kemp will be in attendance. And for those of you interested, Mrs. Trump, the First Lady of the United States, is unavailable. She was invited. She responded to us that she appreciated that, but she was unavailable for that day. But that will be in the morning, and that afternoon, if you missed your chance to get even with anybody, a block party over at the police and fire department on West Grady with a water balloon battle. And I've heard that if the police win, that Chief Grimm has a fire hose. So anyway, fun and all that, free food, music and fun for that block party. So we got something all day to stay cool on. I'm sure it will be a warm day. You can give times for. Let's see, the time's from 10 a.m. to 2 o'clock for the anti-bullying day. Thank you. And 3 to 6 for the block party. So 10 to 2 and 3 to 6.
That's exciting, man.
It is.
It's exciting.
Look forward to a big turnout.
Now look, I don't want to see no staff walking up to the Dunkin' booth. $50 a ball. Absolutely. Thank you so much, Councilman Duke. Is there any other business for City Council? All right, seeing that if not, we'll go down to agenda item 22, which is City Manager's comments.
Mayor and members of the council, I'm not going to prolong the council meeting, but since this is my first meeting, I hope you indulge me just for a moment. First, I'd like to thank the mayor and the council for the opportunity to come to Statesboro to serve as your city manager. So I think most of you had a chance to meet my wife, Edith. Edith and I have been pleased to be in Statesboro. We moved in on June 28th, and we're getting settled in, and things have, it's been good. It's been hot. We're hot in Rocky Mountain as well, so that adjustment has been easy. But I thank you for this opportunity, and I would like to just say staff has been excellent to work with. I've been focusing on the internal organization and spending time with staff and doing tours, and so after about 30 days, I'll go outside the internal, but it's really important for me to get to know folks that work for the city of Statesboro. And that also includes getting to talk with members of the city council. I've had individual meetings with most of our council, and there are 2 other council members and 1 mayor. that I like to meet with and have an individual conversation with. But those have been great meetings as well. And then just to mention the council, and I mentioned it to the mayor, and I've talked with Mr. Boyd. At some point, I would like for the mayor and the council and myself to have a chance to just sit down and talk about how we work together to be successful. It is important to me that I'm able to do what you need for me to do as your city manager, but also just to share back and forth so we each know what our expectations are of each other, and I think that would serve us well. As a manager, my first time in Rocky Mountain, we did that, and it was very, very helpful to me as a city manager. And my goal as city manager of Statesboro is to be a successful manager and to serve you well, and to also serve the organization and the city employees. I look forward to working with you, and I'll just simply say, if there's anytime you have any questions, please don't hesitate to call me. Staff is directed that anytime the mayor and the council call, they are to interrupt me. If I'm with the department head, my priority is you. And so I just want to publicly say that. And I look forward to working with you and moving Statesboro forward. Thank you.
Thank you. We appreciate you coming to Statesboro. Absolutely. So we'll move down to, there's no further comments by council. Welcome. Absolutely. We have been. So we'll move down to agenda item 23 for public comments. Are there any comments from the general audience? It's not. I see two young men with uniforms on. Well, who are you guys? I know.
Going for his public speaking merit badge.
Here we go.
Your name?
John. That's a great name. Troop 935. Okay, well, John, we're glad to have you here. Living Park. That's a good church.
Working on.
You know what? That comes in handy. Thank you, John. Yes, sir.
My name is Tony Thurston. I'm with Troop 332, with Church First United Methodist. I'm here for my communications merit badge and my citizenship in the community.
All right, well, great. That's great. And he came up kind of Thursday. All right, I like that.
And he's doing his Eagle project on Saturday.
Oh, that's big time. Okay, good deal. Congratulations and good luck. Good deal. It's nothing like seeing the young people in our community doing great things. And if you guys know anything about me, I'm very passionate about young people in our community. And so if I have to ruffle feathers to do so, then I don't mind. But I do want to commend the council. The council has shown great support in us moving forward and with the young people in this community, and conversations that I've had offline with the council members in regards to that. Please know that these gentlemen up here care a great deal about the young people in our community, and it definitely shows in the work that they do up here and within the community. So definitely want to commend the gentlemen on that. If there's no further ado, I would like to go down to agenda item 24. Now refer to our city manager, council, and attorney. Do we need to consider a motion to enter into executive session?
No, thank you, Mayor.
Okay, no? Okay. All right, thank you.
No, thank you.
No
comment.
All right, so we're going to agenda item 25, which is a consideration of a motion to adjourn. All right, is there a second?
Second.
All those in favor? All right, take care and good night.
Hey, how's it going?